Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video took me way too long to make. I've never done voiceover before, and I'm also trying out lots of new editing stuff because I just really want this to be good. I was originally just going to use the text-to-speech voice for this, but I have a lot to say, and I didn't want to make you hear it through a robot voice, so without further ado, let's talk about Stray Kids' Oddinary. So, it's been a really long time since we last got a Stray Kids mini album. The last one was Levanter, way back in 2019. It's really nice to see them take on something smaller after the huge projects that were Go Live and No Easy. With the release of Oddinary, Stray Kids definitely had a reputation to uphold. Go Live was a massive turning point in their career, both commercially and artistically. God's Menu was a breakout hit, as well as somewhat of a new sound for Stray Kids, and they seem to be continuing down that path with their following releases, Backdoor and Thunderous. But the thing I love most about Stray Kids is that although they have created a signature sound for themselves, they're constantly full of surprises. Oddinary seems to be another turning point for them, and I'm so glad it is. Go Live / In Life was an amazing no-skip album that totally captured Stray Kids' identity as a group. It's what finally convinced me to stan them back in 2020, and I'm still streaming Phobia almost 2 years after it came out. No Easy tried to follow in Go Live's footsteps, but it fell just slightly short. I actually enjoyed Thunderous more than most people, but I'll admit it hasn't aged quite as well as some of their other title tracks. And while there were some standout B-sides such as Domino, Cheese, and Sick, other songs just kind of felt like filler, and as a whole the album didn't feel all that conceptually cohesive. Like, I'm sorry, but what was Surfin' doing in there? It just didn't fit in with the other songs. Oddinary fixes this problem. All 7 songs on the mini-album feel purposeful, and they manage to experiment with a whole lot of new sounds while still feeling kind of cohesive. Like, none of the songs stick out like a sore thumb, except maybe Lonely Street, but we'll get into that. So, let's talk about the individual songs, starting with the title track, Maniac. Maniac, When I say I like noise music in K-pop, Maniac is exactly what I mean. This is a song that throws a lot of things at you at once, from the switch up in instrumental between the verses and chorus, to the random sound effects, yet it all manages to flow together as one cohesive song, unlike some other K-pop songs. I love how all the members get a chance to shine. I mean, can we just look at the line distribution? I'm not usually the type of K-pop stan to get worked up over line distribution, but damn, this is even, and I can appreciate that. That said, the members that really stood out on this track would have to be Felix and Hyunjin. Their voices fit so well together to complete this insanely hard-hitting chorus. Felix in general is just absolutely killing it. Something about this part here is scratching my brain in just the right way. The only thing keeping this song from being a 10 out of 10 for me is that it just ends so abruptly. They had such a good thing going with Lino in the last chorus. I wish they'd just kept it going a little bit longer. I was claiming this song from the moment the Unveil track dropped, and they did not fail to deliver. Venom goes hard. I love it when Stray Kids really embody their concepts in an almost literal sense through the instrumental. Think Domino or Side Effects. And this song does just that. The anti-drop chorus with the string-like synths perfectly capture the whole caught in a spiderweb theme. This song just has so many great moments, like the second verse with what may possibly be my favorite Hyunjin and Jisung raps of the album, and just the whole transition from the bridge into the drop into the explosive last 15 or so seconds of the song. I always love seeing Stray Kids' edgier side, and Venom is such an attention-grabbing opener to the album. I love it, and I'm desperately waiting for them to drop the music video. By the third song, Stray Kids has already shown us that this album is all about the instrumentals. The kind of Arabic or Middle Eastern influenced instrumental is addicting and unlike anything we've heard from Stray Kids before. They're also continuing to deliver solid rap verses, specifically Changbin's sort of whisper rap followed by Jisung's Everyday I'm Chillin' part. However, I have sort of mixed feelings about the chorus. I can't seem to decide if I like the sort of empty drop chorus or not. On one hand, it works with the vibe of the song, but on the other hand, I feel like they could have done a bit more to take it to the next level. Like, if all of the choruses were similar to the last one. The last chorus was so good. That said, I do really like this song, and I added it to my playlist right away. Dang. I've listened to this album an insane amount of times while writing this review, yet I can't seem to formulate a coherent opinion on this song. I know that earlier I said I like noise music, but I'll be honest, this type of music isn't really my thing. On first listen, the chorus kind of reminded me of To the Beat by Ateez, which is another song that I was not a fan of. The two songs don't sound similar, just the vibe, if you get what I mean. However, Stray Kids executes this concept so well that I still find myself coming back to it. The freeze right before the drop into the chorus hits ridiculously hard, and can we talk about Chan's vocals in the bridge? There is one thing that really bothers me about this song though, and it's the abrupt ending. It feels as if they meant to put another chorus there and then just forgot. I don't understand why they did that. This seems to be a recurring problem throughout the album. Most of the songs so far have just ended without the most satisfying conclusion. I hope on the next album they'll work on finding better ways to finish off their songs, because a good ending really just makes a song feel complete. Stray Kids, you guys were so close to having a no-skip album, and then you dropped a Lonely Street. This song screams wasted potential. It's not exactly an unpopular opinion to say that the autotune was bad. I don't even mind autotune when used creatively, but this is just not the song for it. Most of the lyrics are actually pretty good, but I personally don't like the still astray part, and just stuff it all. Come on, JYP, just let Jen curse already. I don't really have that much to say about this song. It's just kind of a skip. I'm sorry. Stray Kids has much better slow songs, such as Stray Kids has once again proved their impressive versatility. This song single-handedly saved the pop-punk alternative trend. On first listen, Waiting for Us was giving me strong Day 6 vibes, and as someone who ults Day 6, that is the highest of compliments. It's emotional, the vocals sound great, and I love everything about it. I never thought to put this kind of music and Stray Kids together, but it works really well. The lyrics are also really sweet, and they kind of remind me of Spring Day by BTS, so I already know that this is a song that I'm gonna be crying to. For the last track on the album, the rap line had one last trick up their sleeves. I was really surprised by Muddy Water. I haven't heard anything remotely like this in K-pop since maybe BTS's Cypher 2. Similarly to what I said about Freeze, this isn't a genre I typically listen to, but I do have to give them credit for executing it really well. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm actually not the biggest fan of Felix's opening rap verse, though I do appreciate the Demon Slayer reference. Even though I love Felix's voice, he isn't the best in terms of rap skills, especially next to some of the best rappers in K-pop like Jisung and Changbin. That said, I did enjoy everything else about this song. Remember when I said Venom had my favorite Jisung verse of the album? I lied, it's this one. I may not have this song on repeat, but I can definitely understand why it's so high up on everyone's rankings. Overall, this album is just so Stray Kids, and I love it for that. It's so experimental, yet it has their signature written all over it. It's a great addition to their discography, and I'm so glad that Stray Kids has yet to disappoint me with the release. Well, that's all for this video, and thank you so much for watching.